Hi everyone, it's Anne here again. What I'm doing today is making up things for my boxes. And I just thought I would show you a couple of the things I'm putting in the boxes in the future. So hopefully they might give you some ideas for your scrapbooking or card making, whatever you like to do. So it's not really a tutorial, it's just really a craft with me, I guess. Alright, one of the things I want to put in are some oldie worldy scrolls. So I've got a piece of handmade paper here, and I've got a stencil, which is one of our stencils, and I'm just going to place that on the page where I want it to be. Got a bit of sticky tape to hold it down, but it's extra sticky, this one, so I'm just going to stick it on myself and take some of the stickiness off first, and then just stick it down to hold the stencil in place. Okay, I'm using some of this texture paste. I'm just going to apply it with a palette knife. You don't need much because a little goes a long way. So I just scrape it on and scrape it off basically, so you can actually see where you've been. Well, I can on this paper because this paper has got this tea dye colour showing through, and where I've gone over it, it's now white, so I can see that I've gone over all the words. I'm really only just getting it in the holes in the stencil because there's not much on the top. I'm scraping it all off, which is good because it means I'm not wasting any. Need a little more. I'm making the correspondence box, so I thought these might be a nice addition, having a oldie worldy scroll in there, which you can leave as is, or you can cut up and use it in your own artwork. Okay, I think we're pretty well covered. Okay. I decided to do it in this bluey purple colour because I quite like it. So I'm just going to put a little bit, it's got a dry bit on, a little bit on the knife. And scrape over the top again. Once again, a little bit goes a long way. So the texture paste has given me the dimension. This is just to colour the surface of the dimension so that when I take the stencil off, it's not white, it's the colour I want it to be. Well, hopefully that's what I'm trying to achieve. Let's see if that works. Okay, I think we're covered. Let's put that out of the way. Now, the time of truth. Pull off the sticky tape. And then remove the stencil. Yes, that's come out how I wanted it to. Now, I need to wash that stencil straight away really, because I don't want that to dry on there. But that's come out nice, I'm pleased with that. I'll have to put that one away to dry, but I've got one here that I did do just before and it's already dry. You can see how it dries the same colour, and you can feel it with your finger, it's raised. And what I'm now going to do with these before I put them in the boxes is I've got some velvet ribbon that I've just glued into a circle, and I'm going to roll them up like a scroll. Like that. Pop the velvet circle on there. Looks very regal. And there's the scroll that's going to go in the box. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one I'm going to do is, this is just an easy thing because I'm going to need some coloured page reinforcements for some tags that I'm making. So I'm just going to colour these. Now these ones are, I don't know if you can see, they're white and they're stuck on a glossy base, so you can peel them off, they're sticky ones. So I'm just going to get a wet baby wipe and just go over them like that. And the colour sticks to the paper, but not the plasticky glossy thing that they're sitting on. That's easy enough. I also need some pink ones. Okay, easy peasy. So I've got my two pages of reinforcements. When they're dry, they're ready to go. And the other thing I wanted to make, sorry, I made a mess on this paper now, let's turn it over. I'm going to need some of Reenie's digis. I've got them cut out here. I'm going to make, I'll do this one first. Maybe this lady, because I've cut the card that size and she fits nicely on there. But before I stick her down, I'm going to use some of this, it's French book page. I think it's telephone directory page. It's lovely, whatever it is. So I'm going to use that as a backdrop because it doesn't matter if I get glue on it because I'm going to stick it down. Okay. I love making things for the boxes, and I like putting them together. I try to either colour coordinate them, or sometimes there's a theme, like a vintage or correspondence or hearts or butterflies or garden. But I have a lot of fun with them. Okay, just use this scrap piece here and we'll glue the lady down. Yeah, sometimes I get on a real roll when I'm making a lot, because if I'm doing a lot of boxes that are the same, I have to have like a production line going. I'll stick her in the middle. I know it looks a bit odd having her stuck in the middle, but I'm going to put some flowers around her. So that's where these come in. These are kind of all the same colour tone. Alright, I'm going to cut them in half. Some of you are probably going, oh no, that's such a nice picture of flowers, why are you cutting it in half? But if you look back, one of my other videos, I did a video on cutting these in half to make a picture before, and actually it really turns out nice. They work. So if you want to go back and look at that, you won't be so aghast when you see me cut them in half. So I'm going to put that one there on the edge. And the other half on the other side. And this one down the bottom. And that one along the top. Got a little bit overhanging because I didn't want to go over her face. Okay, so now she's surrounded by flowers, and I think that's really pretty. Got another one here. We could do another one if you like. Whoops. Where's my paper? Very quick to do. And they do look very effective when they're done, so I think it's worth giving them a try. Instant background. It's a bit of a worry because I look at some of these so-called vintage people And I've got photographs of my family in my photograph box where they look similar to this. Certainly my great aunts and my grandma, great grandma. That's the kind of thing they would have worn for their wedding. So I guess that puts me in the vintage category myself. Okay, here's some more flowers. What have we got here? Pink ones. No more pink ones there. Is there a pink one here? Yes. It's good to have different ones because it just adds a little more interest. But if you've only got ones that are the same, then use those ones. Okay. Right, I'm not sure that I want the bigger ones at the bottom. Got that one upside down. It's better. Yeah, I'll just offset them a bit like that, I think. Yeah. Alright, so cutting them in half like that, I somehow think that works. So I'm pleased with that. So we've got 2 now. Only another 1,000 to make. Only kidding. I love doing these things. And I love doing the boxes. And I hope you go out to the shop and have a look in some of them and see how they turn out. Alright, I thank you very, very much for watching. And I hope to see you again very soon in the next video. And please have fun crafting. Bye for now.